The Black Salt Audio Oxygen plugin is a specialist processor. It does saturation, compression and stereo widening to one of 3 fine-tuned high-frequency areas only. The Oxygen plugin does sort of what the BSA low control plugin does for low end. And that is to take a frequency area and offer tools to fine-tune and shape it so it enhances. The low control plugin actually shows up a lot in my mixing projects and even mastering projects. Let's find out if Oxygen will prove to be just as useful. Black Salt Audio always has very basic interfaces, no frills or eye candy. The Oxygen plugin is no exception, you may like it or not. The GUI is also not resizable, which is something which should be standard in 2022. At least the GUI is big enough to look at in 4K. You work with the plugin like this. First you see the big Oxygen dial. This is the blend control, the dry-wet mix balance. Saturation will add tape saturation to the high frequency content. You can select which high frequencies the plugin will work on, which can be done by one of 3 crossover filters. You have Byte, Presence and Air. You can hear how different these 3 sound with their shift to higher frequencies. The Oxygen plugin also has a compressor dedicated to high frequencies only, which you set with the control dials. Let me show you an overheads. On the previous kick it was too subtle for me. You have 2 choices. Smooth with softened dynamics, as you can hear. And Punch will add some weight and increase attack. You can hear that with the sustain being reduced and the right cymbal getting more focused on these overheads. I don't think the difference is that big with these overheads. The width makes your audio wider. If you check this phase correlation meter, you'll see that correlation gets affected, but it stays fine. You can use this plugin on a master. Let's check it with the next stoner track. If I go through the settings, you will hear how Oxygen actually changes the overall track. I will overdo the settings now to let you hear how it all sounds. You can hear that you can focus more on guitars or overheads easily with the crossover settings, and in all cases the difference is there. Now for proper mastering I would probably go with something like this, which is of course more subtle. Still a big positive difference. Is the plugin limited? Well, yes, of course. The plugin doesn't pretend to be anything else than a high-frequency processor, and that is fine. What is good about the Oxygen plugin is that it will give you all controls you will need to sculpt your high-end, and with that become really useful and is simple to use. Just slap it on a track you want to work on and dial in the settings to get the sound you need. There are other plugins which can do something similar, like PSP's Saturator or Fabfilter's Saturn 2. Check out my review on that last one in the video which is displayed on screen and linked in the description below.